Hey, do you know one of the main reasons why children, both in primary and secondary school, fail to make the progress, whether it's in maths, English, or science? One of the main reasons they fail or they don't do as well as they're capable of in these subjects is because they simply miss out step one. Now, over my 11 years as a teacher and working with so many young people, I see this on a regular basis, and this leads to them being frustrated and not seeing the progress. Let me actually put it into this context for you. Imagine yourself. Imagine you want to get to a destination. Say, for example, you want to get to London. So you get in the car, but you don't have a starting point. Basically, you don't know where you're starting from, but you just randomly drive around. You go regardless of that, and you just start following what you see. But what happens is you end up getting lost. You end up going round and round in circle, and then you feel frustrated because you haven't managed to reach your goal, or even if you do end up reaching it, it's taking you a very long time and it's been painful for you. Now, this is exactly the same reason why a lot of children can't make progress, is because they haven't identified their starting point. They haven't identified where the gaps in their learning lie. Now, if you don't know where your gaps are, if you don't know where you're starting from, how are you going to progress? How do you know which direction to go? And that's why at Aim High, our first step in our 4-step methodology is the diagnosis, to see where your gaps are so we can build a plan for you, child. Now, think of it this way. Imagine you go to the doctor with a problem. The first thing you do, or the first thing the doctor does, is they ask you questions. They ask you questions so that they can figure out what your problem is. Because there's no point on giving you a medication if they don't know what it is that they need to, what your diagnosis is. And in the same way, one of the main reasons why your child is probably feeling frustrated or hasn't been making the right progress in maths, English, or science is because they haven't identified that. So, and then what happens, and this is the worst thing, as a result of not making progress, your child who was once a really enthusiastic, young, bright child who wanted to do well in maths or English or science ends up losing motivation. And they lose motivation, and then they end up settling for mediocre or results which you're not going to be proud of and they're not going to be proud of. And it's only because they miss out step one in the Aim High methodology. Now, look, in this video, I'm going to put a link here somewhere where if you click on it, you'll come to the next page where you can find some more information or read a few examples of how some of the children that we work with have made that progress, whether it's in maths, English, or science, whether it's primary or secondary school. And then I'll put a training video in the link somewhere or to something to help you supplement it with your child so you can get the best out of them. And if you want as well, we've got a few spots opening every month for students to come in and enroll in our accelerator programs in the 3 subjects. So click the link below if you're interested, and then come to the next page. I'll be so excited to see you there and hopefully reaching out to you. Take care. Bye bye.